My name is Max, and here with me is my student Echo. We are part of DJSENTER. DJSENTER is a forward-thinking DJ school that wants to teach and educate the younger generation of DJs how to become more open-minded about music itself. Because in the recent past, we've noticed the breakthrough of EDM, which our parents hate, but the younger generation love it, have evolved to becoming mainstream music. Previously, mainstream music was whatever was played on air, on radio stations. But nowadays it has changed to become dance music, it could be club music, event music, whatever, can be mainstream music as long as it's commercialized. So we're going to do a small demonstration to begin with, and that involves the two of us sampling a couple of beats and a cappellas and vocals together. Can we have the audio out? Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Alright, well, that was Echo. I was just faking it, just pressing buttons. That's all. I've been in the industry since 1996. At the age of 9, I was not 9 in 1996, just to let you know. At the age of 9, I came across a magazine. It was an electronic magazine that said, let's build a DJ mixer. What fascinated me was the paragraph that said what DJing is all about. How many of you know what DJ stands for?
Disc jockey.
Yeah, alright. So in the 1930s, the gramophone was introduced to the market, and records that was playing on the gramophone would have recorded music that would basically, have grooves cut into it, and then the person who would play it would be called a disc jockey. In the 60s, it became really commercialized, and the airwaves took place and radio was killing it, so DJs were basically playing music seamlessly, back to back, non-stop. That became a trend. So therefore, with the late 70s, there was a massive revolution when it comes to the culture of DJing itself. Mainly due to the explosion of the hip-hop and house music scene. There was a DJ in the Bronx from New York who walked onto the streets with his turntables, the two turntables and a mix-up, and played his records and created street parties. And there was a group of DJs who joined him. But this DJ, his name was Kool Herc. He, instead of playing the entire song from the beginning till the end, started playing the breaks. And the breaks are just a part of the song where you go crazy about. Like there was a funk or soul break, the drum part would just come in and everyone would go mad, mental. So the DJ started playing breaks one after the other and playing the same record and seamlessly looping the breaks. And the dancers who danced to this DJ were known as the break dancers. And that's how breakdancing came to be. And Kool Herc became the godfather of hip-hop because he paved way to a massive culture that we know today. Everyone else, like for example an MC, who would take a microphone, thanks to DJs like Africa Bambaataa, Kool Herc, who would pass it over to the MC, who would be the master of ceremony, who would just introduce the DJ, but then again continue to say vocal raps. I say a hip hop, a hipper to the hopper, the hip hop, the hopper, the don't stop. Stuff like that onto Kool Herc's breaks. The MC kind of like evolved to become a rapper. And over the years, with technology moving forward, the DJ was not needed due to the MPCs and drum machines. So the producers started taking on the drum machines to create a beat or a loop and then pass the mic over to the rapper. Classic example is Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Today, Jazzy Jeff is a DJ. He kept quite a good name for himself back in the day. The person who actually found Will Smith. And today Will Smith is a superstar, thanks to a DJ. So that's a bit of the history. Now, in order to know where we're going, I always believe that we need to know where we're coming from. And that's why I kind of like explain to my students about the history of DJing. And here to talk about the present is Echo.
So, thank you. So in the early 90s, that's where we see DJing evolve even more. Previously in the 80s, all the way even to the mid 90s, a lot of DJs were still using turntables and vinyl. But in the 90s, we saw this advent of CDs and the use of CDJs. And the real game changer came in 2000 when Pioneer dropped the CDJ 1000s, especially with the platter, like what you see right now. What we have here is actually called the DJSENTER. It's a controller. This came out a few years ago, after the 2000s, and it shows the evolution of how DJing has come about. Where once upon a time we used to play music from vinyl recordings, and then we moved on to cassette tapes, CDs. Now we use things like computers and USBs. So Mass and I were gonna do a little demonstration for you guys, a little bit of live mixing again. Using two songs, one from the past and one from the future. To show you a little bit of what we can do now with technology. So anyone here is a George Michael fan?
Yeah!
Can someone name me like that one song that everybody knows?
Careless Whisper.
Besides Careless Whisper? Faith!
Alright, Faith, yeah. When we did the rehearsal, someone asked for Faith, so we're like, okay.
And what's that new Ed Sheeran song? You guys like that song? Yeah, okay, we're gonna do a little mashup between Faith and Shape of You.
Okay, so this is how the DJs used to do it back in the day, with two turntables and a mixer, but now it's been compressed to one single unit. It's called a digital MIDI controller or a digital DJ controller. The only thing that's changed is instead of carrying our large crates with the vinyl record, we've got our laptops that works as our library, which we access our music from. And the controller helps us do it. But everything else is quite the same. The principles are the same. So we've got deck A with this song. You know this. And we got deck B with with the Ed Sheeran song, a little bit of echo, I switched off the echo. Not this echo. Alright, so Echo, I want you to play Faith. Just press. So he's playing the song, and at a mixing point, I'm going to mix Ed Sheeran into it. Anyone want to clap? Have a good time? Come on, it's boring. Let's party! Well, those two songs are on two different speeds, or also known as tempos. In DJ words, we call it BPMs, beats per minute. So every song that's produced, may be a live or electronically produced song, there will be a certain tempo set onto it. Now, the controllers, and there's a tempo adjusting controllers that helps us manipulate the speed of the song, increasing or reducing it according to our preference. We have moved forward with technology, and we have used more automated systems. So simple as a mobile phone could actually help you DJ now at a friend's party or something like that. It's definitely very handy. There's a lot of apps that helps you DJ with sync, quantize, and obviously creating your own mixes. But the natural passion for music hasn't changed. The reason that I became a DJ is because I had a natural passion for music, and that's what keeps me driving until today. So instead of complaining and blaming it on technology, why don't we move forward? Think about the next generation, the examples that we're going to set up. And yeah, obviously, there's a lot of DJs who would differ what genres may they prefer or not. But that doesn't matter. Whatever the age of the music or taste of music, the concept, the principles are the same. Echo is a classic example. He's one of the DJs who's a musician. He's not just a DJ himself. He sings, he plays guitar, and the equipment that we use, while I was training him, helped him to create his own music. Now he's an electronic music producer. He also has his vocals onto it. Elaborate.
So the role of a DJ has changed through the years. Where initially in the 70s, it's a lot of in the 60s and the 70s, it's really just playing the vinyls and recreating experiences in clubs, radios, basically anywhere you have a party with a DJ. And while the job of a DJ, which is basically to make people happy through music, give you a new experience through the music, has not really changed. The way we do it has changed. Like for example, I started as a singer in a band. I play guitar. My friends in the audience, they know it. They heard me through my terrible years. How I make music now has also changed in the last year that I've started learning how to DJ. And I've seen the evolution of technology, like things like using stems, using little just samples has changed. A lot of people nowadays, like they call themselves DJs, and they are DJs because of what they do. But instead of what we use with jog wheels and sample pads, they actually play off launch pads, which just launch samples to create a new experience for you.
DJs, there are many types of DJs, so you can't just categorize it by saying, alright, human beings. There's many types of human beings. So DJing itself has evolved to become such an amazing industry, and it's such an art form. A music producer is now known as a DJ. For example, Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris produced the greatest dance hits in the past 5 years. Made a lot of money for that too. Skrillex, again, Tiesto. These kind of DJs, they were initially music producers who then became known as a DJ, because once you're on stage, what do? You just bring your laptop and just look at the people. No, you can't. You got to do something. So put your hands up in there. Do the pose. But there's no way of categorizing DJs in terms of producing music or turntablists, or even DJs who just do it on radio. Right now, we just call them all DJs. And altogether, we are here to advise and to basically explain to all our students who are coming to DJ Center, or even to the nation or the whole world. Don't be quick to judge. The next time you see someone over there, don't say, hey, that guy's just pressing a button, and it's so easy, I can do that. That's not true. Just imagine the amount of history that's behind it, and the amount of immense training that they've been through, or the amount of pressure that they've gone. I myself had my own humble beginnings. I didn't have equipment to start. I had to walk for hours just to get to a place where they had equipment so I can just look at it. That's it. So just imagine, and today I'm here in front of you guys, training students like Echo, been in the industry for 20 years, and I've never felt like I worked a day. Thank you all for being with us.